I'd like to talk to you a little bit about adding color to your website on this recording. And I want you to know that choosing colors for a website is not easy. It's hard to choose the right colors for your text and the right color for the background so that readability issues do not happen. I'll take you to a website right now. It's called Peloton.com. And from here, you can choose with this dot monochromatic colors. You can roll this little thing around, this little circle, to get a nice palette of monochromatic colors. Or you can click on analogous colors. And again, you roll the middle dot around. And you might push them a little closer together if that works better for you visually. So I'm going to make some color notes here. You can see the hexadecimal color code there. But I will click on this and copy that because I think that might be good for the nav. And I'm going to put some notes here. So here's my HTML comment. And I'll write that I'm choosing colors here. So for the nav, I like, and for the main, I like this color. Copy that code. All right, so let me get my hashtags in there so that I'm doing everything the correct way. So there's a couple of my color notes. And I'm going to have to choose what will work good for a contrast on each of these for the text color. I could choose for the nav, I could choose this light color for the text. Hopefully it would work. I'll call this BG, and then for the text, that's what I had. And then on the background, which I had for that, for the main, I could choose this light color for the text. So let's plug these in and see what they look like. And then I'll show you another website. Now that I have my notes up here, I can add to the style attribute. I'll go inside the quotation marks. It doesn't matter if I go in front of text align or after it, but I'll go after. For text, you just write the word color. And again, the format, you put the colon. And I'm going to copy my text color for the nav right here. End with a semicolon. And for the background, you type background color. We'll use the code hint, and then we'll copy this nav background color. Right there. Now let's do a save, and let's see what those look like. So you can see those two colors there, and I have to tell you, I don't think the contrast is that great. I really don't. So there's two options we have here. One of them is to click on that color, and it'll bring up, if you added your color picker in the extensions, it'll bring this up. I can just move this up to a lighter color. I'm going to go very light, and then do a save. Look, that contrast is much better. So now let's do the same thing for the main. I wanted the background to be this color. So I'm going down to the main. This time I'll start with the background color. It doesn't matter what order you put these in. Is that the color to be? Yes. Save. There it is. Now let's do the text color. Remember, this is just the word color. And I had written down this, but I'm guessing that like the other one, yeah, it's really not great contrast. So again, you can just select this color and, oh, there it is. Oops. And just go to a much later one. And then save. much, much better. So how do we check these colors? I'm going to take you to another website called adobe.color.com. And when you click on accessibility tools, you can punch in your text color and your background color, which I'll do. We've got background for the main is here. And I don't need two hashtags. And the text for the main is here. Is that really what I have? Oh, I copied it from up here, but not from where I changed it. So let's do that. But you can see the accessibility, readability is not good. It's 2.59. Let me fix the new text color. And now I have a green check mark, 6.371. So you always want to go here and make sure that the contrast between your background and your text is good. Now let's save this and take a peek at what it looks like. And I think it's pretty good. Let's make the footer the same as the header so that we can have some unity. And the same as the nav, I'm sorry. Save. Now the only thing that bothers me here is this little gap in between, which looks to me like it's about 10 pixels. I could be wrong, but something like that, which tells me if I made this bar 5 pixels taller and lower, same with this one, 5 pixels taller and lower, and this one, then that gap might close. So the way you make a box larger or smaller is by adding some padding. So we'll add that to the nav, padding 5px, semicolon, save. You can see that took a little bit of the gap, but I'll add that same padding, copy, into the main, save, there the gap is closed, and into the footer. And there the gap is closed again. I'm not sure I really love these colors, but I do know that it's readable, and that's important. And they are analogous colors, so they look good together. Analogous means they've got some of the same color in each of them. This blue has a little bit of green in it. This green has actually quite a lot of blue in it. So the only other thing I want to talk about is our 5 topics page, and the fact that the last time we worked on it, we did everything text align center, I think. But I'd like for you to change the main tag, which is here. I don't think it should have text align center, and I'll explain that. You could center the H1, which I've done, and I centered the navigation. But it's not a good idea to center paragraphs of text. The reason for that is this article here. So why you should never center align paragraph text. Well, this is a great article to read. I want to encourage you to read it, but this illustration shows most of what you need to know. When your text is aligned to the left, a reader will finish that first line. They know exactly where they need to go. They have a guide. It's the alignment. But when it is centered, the reader never knows where their next start period is going to be. It's not predictable, and that makes it a little more difficult to read. So never, never, never center align paragraphs of text. So if you did that to your 5 topics page in your main, which I think we may have done in a last video, I'm going to say center align your H1. You could even center align your H3 if you want to. And that would mean you'd have to center align all of them, right? There's quite a few, well, 5 H3s here. Anyway, a headline or a subheadline can be centered, but not paragraphs of text. I feel like I have an extra space in there. Anyway, let's see what it looks like. 5 topics. Sure, that looks fine. And then I'll apply the exact same color on this page that I did on the last page.